Hello, WaffleStick. Welcome back to the WayStone Season 4, Episode 34. If you remember this island from a long time ago, I was just shoveling up some old memories. Episode 2, we had come over here and hatched a bunch of eggs with Frimp, Llama Freak, and I think a couple of Nerdians were over here too. It's all cleared out now. Frimp had taken this all back to base a long time ago, but it's kind of neat to just shovel up some old memories and see some old places. So just kind of flying around, checking everything out. It's nighttime, unfortunately, and raining. Ooh, dreary, sad. Perfect for nostalgia. So I took a little bit of time off camera. Ooh, you might see it in the background. And I done some building, because every now and then I feel like you need that creative outlet without the pressure of recording and just kind of have time to yourself to do projects. It's very important for your Minecraft sanity. What are you doing spawning over here? Oh yeah, this is the mushroom biome. He's got knockback 2 on that bow or something. This guy's crazy. Well, I got some fancy pants. What can I say? Fancy pants. So yeah, here it is. This is like a fantasy tower. Seriously? Gosh. I can't get away. Like, it's Mob City. Like, they don't want me to record. I thought I had a bed in here. Nope. You guys are right in my way. Like, this is ridiculous. Most hostile area on the WayStone. Hey, look, you're about to turn into a drowned. Nope, because you're about to die. Haha. So, where was I? Yeah, fantasy builds. Fantasy area. And man, didn't it come out looking so nice? Fits there perfectly. I'm about to just give up YouTube. Oh, die for me. Jeez. Okay. Alright. So, fantasy tower, fantasy area. And, oh, I'm loving it. This was inspired heavily by Blue Blaze. He had given me a lot of these little tidbits like brick and prismarine. And I seriously hate you. I hate you with a dying passion. So yeah, as I was saying, this was heavily inspired by Blue Blaze. We've got the brick and prismarine, which goes so well together, and we've got a sharp contrast of acacia wood and some blending with the purple. And this is one of the very few builds that I have made that come out looking normal, rather than quirky and just weird and quonky. I don't know. It's seems like every time I try to build a roof or try to do some kind of structure, it looks odd. I don't know what it is. You can either take the inside route, which I've got a lot of scaffolding to clear, to get to the other side, or you could take the pathway wrapping around the tower, which is going to lead to the top tier, instead of going to the pathway that connects to the main island. So up here we've got to do some structure work, and this is the pathway from the tower that would go to the main island. So it's right there. We're done with our step-up tiers once we get this all polished off, which is going to be rather bare, I think. I don't think I'm going to do a lot of structure work and this alleyway to the pathway, but up there I'm going to do some structure work, inevitably. This is what we're going to be working on today. So let me see what kind of building materials I've got, and we'll get started on this. Oh, and I forgot to mention that I'd done a generic dock right next to the tower. This is just a placeholder. It's not really meant to be explored, but you know, if someone does wander over this way, at least it'll be decorated a bit. So I started thinking, like, if Hex's boat is coming to this side, we could have something that corresponds with that on the hillside. I kind of stopped it there. I hope that's going to be okay. Oh, hello, Mr. Trident guy. You're not here to ruin my day, and hopefully I get a trident from you. I should have used the looting sword I have. That's too bad. So I think my favorite part of a project is whenever you can stand back and you don't really see any evidence of natural generation. And I gotta say, this fills that requirement, except it just kind of merges into the rest of the WayStone. But you know, that beach side actually kind of goes well with that because it just makes it look like it's completely customized. There's nothing natural about it. That's what it looks like from this angle anyways. And that's what I'm trying to portray whenever you come into WayStone from this side of the sea. It's turning nighttime, so let's hurry up on this. This is how far I've got. It looks like a disease, a city disease, like consuming the island. But I got these 2 tiers in. I added in some details to bring it to life. So we've got this tier, and this is, I think, the 4th tier up here if we were to include the dock. So this is the 1st tier, 2nd tier, 3rd tier, and then the 4th tier is going to be the main piece, most likely. So it'll be in this area. I don't keep falling. There we go. This is going to be in this area. I just kind of cleared this out, made it flat. I might make it dip down a little bit just to give it some variation. I've done the same thing on the third tier right here. So I did a nice little dip just to give it some details. And the torches. Yes, I had to bring this place to life. This kind of feels official when you're looking at this from a distance. A lot of lighting in this area, except the first tier doesn't have a lot of lights. It's got some sea lanterns, but that's fine. I mean, you know, it's Mushroom Island. We don't have to worry about spawns, and we can utilize that lighting to bring our build to life. So it looks good. I think it has come a long ways. Let me march up here and begin work on the main piece, which I have no clue about so far, which really sucks. Actually, I may not have room for the dipping variation on the main piece. I am pursuing a slightly ambitious project. For me, anyways. I'm sure this is like child's play for someone like Pixel Brew or Llama Freak. Let me go ahead and build these up to 5 blocks high. Leech had given me the recommendation of building a tavern. And at first I was like, yeah, that doesn't really sound like a very unique piece for a welcoming area on the WayStone. But I got to thinking about it. If you're at sea for months on end and then you land at the WayStone, then you'd probably want to stop in for a drink and then just go chill. It makes total sense when you get to thinking about it. So let me run you down on the layout. I think I'm going to have a patio here. I don't know if that's going to be fenced in or not because I might do an entrance right there. And there's also an opportunity for an entrance right here. This seems more typical. I think I'm going to go with this one. You would go in, here is the bar, and then through this hallway there would be setting areas and nice open windows to look at the sea from. Of course, these windows are going to be viewing that, so I guess everyone would want to sit on this side to look at the ocean or Captain Irony's house. And funny enough, Captain Irony is right next to the tavern. Makes total sense. You could totally spy on the tavern from this house. I mean, just like that, like looking at the people at the patio or inside the windows right there. Hey there, buddy. Why don't you pass me a wheat ale? I'm pretty thirsty in here. It's pretty good. I like that. I can only hope that the WayStoners don't look at this and think it's too simple. I have been doing a little bit of work to it, but yeah, it's looking rather blocky at the moment. I thought to maybe add an awning right there. That'd be really cool. It would add in some shape and detail. I don't know how far that's going to come out, though. Yeah, I shouldn't interrupt anything for the pathway, as long as we're not too far in. Like, even if it's right there, it's fine, because bypassers could go through right here. Or they could just go around it if they really don't like taverns. Especially this one. I was going to try this one out. This little arch. I think it looks nice. Yeah, it'd be a nice entrance into the patio area. Somewhat simple, but effective. And I don't think I'm going to use oak wood for this, but some spare barrels over here. This is actually a wagon wheel design I had seen on YouTube. But I'm going to try it out. Well, you might be able to do it. Oh, well, you could do it like this, I think. So, like this with your stairs, and you can go like that and that, and it makes a circular shape. And for barrels, you can extend that, and you have yourself some spare barrels. It could be on the side of this. We can put them on fence posts, maybe. I'll have to do some thinking on that, because it would be really nice to have some barrels for the tavern on the outside. Alright, I'm going to probably work on the roof a little bit, because I need to get that one out of the way. I've been putting it off for too long now. So here's the question. Can I enter pearl all the way out there to Billmonger's Island? Let's try it out. Ugh. Is it going to make it? Oh no, it went into the ocean. I was pretty close anyways. I was going to record more on this, but unfortunately I kind of got lost in the project. So it's done. I've already been to the Innerman farm. You pretty much know I'm done with the project if I've been there. Check this out. Yeah. There is the tavern, and just look at this whole thing. Everything is completely done except for the tower, which I had totally forgot about. I was going to do the interior for, but I'll probably get that off camera. It's kind of odd to see that tower scheme right next to the tavern, because they don't really correlate at all, but they somehow fit in that whole area in that picture frame. I don't know how it works. I have no clue. But let's march over there. Even though the tavern looks a little bit quirky for the roof, like I said, I'm really terrible at roofs. The interior design really makes up for it. Oh, hi. Drowned. I thought I heard something down there. Creepy fellow. So yeah, let's head over here. Let's go through here as if we've never seen it before. Looking at the whole dock system, the tiers, the tavern. Oh, I love it, man. It's so much immersion into the fantasy world, and I love fantasy books. Like I read so many fantasy books, so I get a lot of those ideas from those books and implement those into Minecraft. Actually, WayStone is from a medieval fantasy book. The name, it's actually from the Name of the Winds. I said this in season 2, I think. It's kind of an interesting story behind that. Let's go back this way because this is kind of like a dead end. I didn't really think about it. It doesn't connect to anything, and I try to connect all of my stuff to different routes. That way people have shortcuts. It just makes for a much more pleasant experience when you're exploring an area. Nothing in here. Yeah, still got the scaffolding. Here is the first tier. Let's wrap around the bridge. We won't go that way, just so that we can kind of get a bit of everything. Now, approaching the tavern from this side, it's not that impressive, but that looks pretty good. I pulled off something, right? I mean, from the outside, it looks okay. A little quirky, but it's a touch of WaffleStick, so I'm not too disappointed. It looks really good from the front. I translated these sea lanterns over to this build as well, so we can get some lighting whenever we're coming through here at nighttime. Oh, and I done the barrels. As I had said earlier, yeah, we got the barrels, the odd placement of the posts, just to give it some symmetry. I think it looks really good. Oh, there's a balcony too. It's like I'm rediscovering all of the things I did that I forgot I had done. That one took forever for some reason to get right. Looks kind of quirky, but you know, it's more medieval, I guess you could say. It's a little bit more primitive built. It's not like a really big, beautiful tavern. It's sort of shabby, I guess you could say. Now for the balcony and the patio, I went for more of a curvature on that. A lot of people will go for squares or rectangles, and I think it looks really nice as a curve. It just kind of fits in there, and we have enough seats outside and everything. So let's actually go into the afternoon fizz. We're going to go in here for a soda. What can I say? Now, when I say interior decor, I did a pretty good job on this. I tried to fill everything up. We got some nice like plants in the corners. We've got a bunch of mugs, or tavern mugs, I guess you could say, with a tap and bread. Some common foods for a common tavern. I'm pretty proud of this one too. I used red because it's like a common psychology in restaurants. If you see red, it makes you more hungry for some reason. I have no clue why. Use the slab rafting that I had found on a server when I was browsing around on random servers in a video. I got to the end over here and I was like, what do I do? Because I didn't have enough space for, you know, another set of chairs, and I had to fill this in. So I was like, yeah, a bigger booth for bigger parties. I think it looks really nice. It looks really good. It just flows so well. It's so cram-packed in here, you just got to kind of squeeze through the seats. So here's the seats on the patio. Nice view. I think it feels very fresh. It feels very immersive in the city aspect. It feels like you're in the city, just kind of chilling out on the patio. So let's go back here to the bartender's area. Everything I showed off. We need to go up this way because this is like a private quarters for the innkeeper. We've got like, well, I guess you can't really call it an inn. It's more of a tavern because there's no beds up here whatsoever. Some extra storage. We've got no plugs, chests, his ledgers, and he's of course got his own mug up here, his personal mug. I don't know what he's going to put into it. Yeah, and that's pretty much it. I didn't have a viable solution for connecting an actual ladder up there to that balcony, so I made a pretend ladder, so you can't really go up there. I mean, I guess we could. I've got an ender pearl. We could check it out. Oh, no. So, yeah, like a little fenced-in area. I think it looks pretty good. Nice shaping with the slabs. Maybe a bit too much cobble, but I feel like it's come out pretty well. I don't have any complaints about this one. The roof was a little bit weird in some spots. I mean, if we were to fly around this place and see it from above, you can kind of see what I'm talking about, how it connects and how I've got the patterns and stuff. Let's land on Captain Irony's place. I don't know. It doesn't look too bad. Done some detailing with cobblestone walls. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. That's it in a nutshell. It was a fun project. I like taverns. They're neat. I'm really sorry. I can't help myself. Just one more flyover just to see the whole project. Ooh, I like to get low, too, so you can see all those details. As a whole piece, it looks really nice, but as in individual builds, they don't look that impressive. They're sort of mediocre. But man, altogether, it really has made this area shine. And I don't think there's anything else for me to do over here. I think I'm finished. I mean, I could continue expanding it, but at that point, it'd feel like it's just consuming the islands, and it would just feel like a big city. And I like WayStone the way it is. So this kind of brings me to my next point. I've sort of completed all my projects for this season. That was really the last one that's going to take some time. For the last detailing I need to do over at base, at the bottom of my base, there is those prismarine structures going all the way around the base. I gotta complete that, but once I'm done with that, I'll be done with everything. On episode 34, as weird as that is to say, I feel like we've come a long ways. We still got 3 months left in this season, so there's a lot of places that could be filled in. Frimp's area looks interesting. What's going on with the netherrack over there? Oh, someone was doing some mycelium work. It's a poisonous area. We don't go over there. So yeah, I might actually end my perspective for the season pretty soon. There's additional 3 months, so other builds might pop up. I will do a personal tour of my builds, and then we'll come back on the WayStone and do all of the touring. So looks like I'm the only one with Mel. I had come in here and cleared all of these out that weren't checked for a long time. So let's see. Oh, it's a heart or something. Is it a heart? A nether hopper? I wonder who's... I guess that had to be Leech if he was messing around with that nether wart. Wow. I can't believe how much work we've done this season. Like, I'm in shock right now that I'm like done with everything. Let's head over to Leech's area. I just want to see his nether wart farm. I knew he had one somewhere, but I don't think I've ever explored it. So let's just take some time to check it out. Oh, he's doing something over there. I don't want to spoil anything if I am. Wow. Okay. Fancy smancy. Yeah, here is his netherwort farm. So let's go down here and check it out. See what he's got going on. Do a little bit of exploration. Oh, hi there. Ooh, this is pretty. What is this? Is this the farm? There's another wart up there. Oh, hi. Looks like it's some kind of farm. Is it a mob barn? What in the world is this? I'm afraid to break stuff. In fact, I was so curious, I logged in on my camera account, and it appears to be nothing. Decoration. That's interesting. What is this? A turtle convention? Like, what's going on? I didn't realize there's this many turtles next to my base. He's just floating around having a good time. Yeah, there's my base. They must have just been loaded there for the longest time, and I just didn't realize it. So, to finish up my base, I've got to detail the rest of this at the bottom. So, let's go down here. I'll show you around. So, I've got this dark oak in, and I left that lever there because I'm turning off that farm every now and then. And since I'm pretty much done with my projects, I'm not going to be playing on here as much. I'll probably not do the extra room that I was planning to do to turn off all my farms, because if I'm not going to be around here to collect the material, I don't really need it. We need to finish off this wall. I've sort of compacted the slime farm. Oh, there's a slime. Hey, we get to see it in real time. So I compacted that so that my cart was coming way out there. We should be able to fit everything in. I guess the sea lanterns will depict where I do put those pillars, so it shouldn't be too hard to get those all lined up. But that will be it. Just got to do this off camera probably and clean up this mess I've got over here. But I think that's going to be about it for today's episode, guys. Hope you did enjoy watching. We'll see you next episode. Have a fantastic day.